Okay, so this is 0.2. We're going to do practice. That's the killer. So I'm going to be doing just a little bit of work. Maybe not 100% of the work, but enough work, I think, to get you going. So we're going to start off right away with number 1. All right, and that's 42 divided by 12. Now it says here, simplify each. What they're saying by simplifying is reduce these numbers, divide them as much as you can so you can't divide them anymore. There you go. So this 42. This can be divided by 6. This can be divided by 6 equals 7 over 2. I think that's good. They said here also leave your answer as an improper fraction. So what they mean is this is an improper fraction. Anything where the total of the fraction or the solution of the fraction is greater than 1. So for example, 7 over 2 is really 3 and 1/2. That would be like a proper fraction, right? This is an improper fraction. 1 over 2 or 3 is a proper fraction. 4 over 3 is an improper fraction. So there you go. So number 2 says 25 over 20 equals, well, if you divide this by 5, now I'm going fast because I've been doing these all my life, so I figured them out, but you're going to have to like really go the long way. It goes 1 times 25 and 2 times I don't know and 3 times I don't know and 4 times I don't know. Oh, 5 times 5. Those are pretty much the factors of this. And here it's 1 times 20, 2 times 10, 3 no, 4 times 5, 5 times 4. So there's a 5 here, there's a 5 here. That's why I'm dividing by 5. Boom. Remember, if I'm going too fast, you can watch it over and over again. In fact, that's the best way. Here again, once again, it's 5, so that's a 7 over 5. So number 4 is 24 over 9. That one's a bit tricky. It looks tricky, but it's solvable. So what you do is you divide by 3, and that's 8 over 3. Let's clear this stuff. Boom. Number 5 now. Number 5, sexy 5. 54 over 36. So what I would recommend that you do is that, like, if you have the computer open, like, you just have this page here open on one side and the YouTube video playing on this side, so that way, and you have a piece of paper in front of you and you're doing the problems with me. Now you should do all the problems. You should be able to do all the problems without me before moving on to the next chapter. All right, here. So that you divide by 6. That you divide by 6, and you get 9 over 6. Wait a minute. You can divide by 3. Divide by 3 equals 3 over 2. You see what happened there? I could have divided by 9, but I didn't. I divided by 6, so therefore I had to divide by 3 after. Boom, that's done. All right, that was number 5 here. Let's do number 6. 30 over 24. Let's divide by 6. Let's divide by 6. That's 5 over 4. Yeah, 5 over 4 is the good answer for that guy. 7. 45 over 36 equals, if you divide by, what can you divide by here? 6. Ooh, I think that's 45. So here we have 1 times 36, 2 times 18, 3 times 12, 4 times 9, 6 times 6. Oh, there's a 3 here. You can divide by 3. So let's divide by 3. Here we get 12. Here we get 15. Let's divide by, can we divide by? Am I tripping? Am I doing this right? Yeah, okay. So if we divide by 3 again, we get 5 over 4. Oh, that doesn't make sense. Does that make sense? Yes, it does. Yes, it does, because 9 times 5 equals 45. 9 times 5. Is that the answer? 5 over 4. Yeah, that looks good. That makes sense. Okie dokie. Let's clear this. Oh, all right. Number 8 now. 36 over 27. If you divide by 9, you divide by 9, you get 4 over 3. Number 9 now, 27 over 18 equals, if you divide by 9, 3 over 2. Number 10 now, 48 divided by 18. That one isn't evident to me. So we're going to divide by 2 since they're even numbers. That's a good strategy. 24 over 9. Divide this by 3, so that would be 8 over 3. That will be your answer. Number 11. 40 over 16. So 40 is a multiple of 4. And 16 is a multiple of 4. Let's see what we get. 48, 10 over 4. Oh, that's good. So divide by 2, we have 2 even numbers. Right away we know we can do it. So 10 divided by 2 equals 5 over 2. Yeah, that looks good. So that looks good. Which one did I just do? 40 over 16. So now we're going to do number 12. 48 over 42. Let's do that neater. 48 over 42. I think we can divide this by 6 and divide this by 6. That's 8 over 7. That looks good. Number 13 now. 63 over 18 equals, divide by 9, divide by 9. That's a 7. 63 divided by 9 equals 7. 18 equals 2. That looks pretty good. Number 14. 16 over 12. Divide by 4, divide by 4, 4 over 3. 15, 80 over 60 equals, let's just take away the zeros, 8 over 6, divide by 2, and that's a 4 and that's a 3. 4 over 3. Number 16 now, 72 over 48. Let's go really easy. I know it's divide by 24, but let's assume you didn't know that by heart. Okay, divide by 2. Divide by 2 equals 36 over 24. Divide by 6, divide by 6. 6 over 4, divide by 2, divide by 2. 3 over 2. Boom. That's good. All right, number 17 now. 72 over 60. That equals, if you divide by 12 and you divide by 12, equals 6 over 5. Number 18. 126 over 108. I have no idea what this one reduces to, so I'm going to divide by 2. I'm going to start by dividing everything by 2. So 126 divided by 2 is 6, 12, 6 left over, 3, 63. And 108, so it's 54. So this you can divide by 9, this you can divide by 9, which equals 7 over 6. Yeah, that makes sense. Guten! See, sometimes you got to do it in more than one step. 36 over 24, if you divide by 12, you get 3 over 2, right? Or you can just divide by 2s until you get it. Number 20, 160 over 140, 160 over 140. Take away the zeros, you get 16 over 14. Divide by 2, the top and the bottom. So you get 16 divided by 2 equals 8. 14 divided by 2 equals 7. That is your answer. Not checking these, but... So now what we're going to do is we're going to look for products. So we're going to be multiplying fractions. Now they're a little bit tricky here, but let's look at number 21. 9 times 8 over 9. Now I just want to go over a few things. This times this is the same as this. This times this is the same as this. When two numbers are bracketed like that, you're multiplying them. When you see a dot in between two numbers, you're multiplying them. And when you see the multiply sign, well, guess what? You're multiplying. Okie dokie. Let's do this. anytime you see a number and you're multiplying, all right, a number like this that is not a fraction, and you're multiplying by a fraction, what you do is you put a 1 under it. 9 divided by, anything divided by 1 is that number. So 9 divided by 1 is 9, right? Multiplied by 8 over 9 equals 72 over 9. But if you think about what we were doing, let's do that. 9 over 1 multiplied by 8 over 9 equals 9 times 8 multiplied over 1 over 9. So what they're doing here is you can take out the 9 right away and you're left with 8 over 1 or 8. I don't know if that makes sense. Let's start over again, shall we? Number 21 in depth now. 9 in brackets multiplied by 8 over 9. We said when we're multiplying fractions, x, y, x, y. I'm just putting x there. You can put any number there. It doesn't really matter. Anytime you're multiplying these things, what you're really saying is x times y divided by x times y. So 9 over 1 multiplied by 8 over 9. If we multiply these two, we get 72 over 9. But we mentioned in the lecture that when you're multiplying, what you're really doing is putting a line here and you're saying these two things are multiplied. And if you can cancel right away before multiplying, you can do it. So can you cancel 8 and 9? Not really. Can you cancel 9 and 9? Yes, you can. 9 and 9 is really saying like 1 and 1. So 1 times 8 equals 8. 1 times 1 equals 1. So if you were to divide this by 9 and divide this by 9, that you'd get that answer. That was number 21. Moving along, number 22. So minus 2 minus 5.6. Multiplying. Of course, we're finding the product, we're multiplying. Here they threw in some negatives. So let's get rid of that. So when you have two negatives or two positive, it's always a positive. So we know the answer is going to be positive. And since this is a whole number, it's really 2 over 1 multiplied by negative 5 over 6. Now what they're really saying here is negative 2 times negative 5 over 1 times 6. All right? So equals. Now we could do it the easy way. We could say 10, since this is a positive, 10 over 6, right? Negative 2 minus negative 5. No, negative 2 multiplied by negative 5 equals 10. 1 times 6 equals 6, right? Easy enough. However, if you want to do like, if you want to get really fancy, here, look, this can be divided by 2 and this can be divided by 2. So what we're really saying is negative 1 multiplied by negative 5 over 1 times 3. So we get 5 over 3. Whoops, 5 over 3. And here, if you divide by 2, you're going to get 5 over 3. That is the answer. All right, we're going to continue the problems next video.